Wow. Sorry. Good evening. Welcome. Sorry. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. I want to share with you up your quality beyond the force or the forced humility and rudeness. Uh, I have worked with people. I've worked with people. I've had friends. I've had partners. I've had associates who have come in all kind of shapes and forms. You know, when they need you, when they are in a position where they need help, when they are in a position where they think that they are vulnerable, the kind of demeanor, the kind of character they put out is so much different when they are in a position that they think that they don't need you. And I think that is just a matter of the quality, that people have developed from within. And it's so much widespread, especially among the young men. When they work with somebody, when they befriend somebody, when they are part of something, the kind of character they put up with, I think that they just reflect the kind of things that they have placed in themselves. And usually, it is not good. If you put 100 there, I think that you may just get about 2 to 3% of them that you can so much be sure that at the point where they came in, when they were so much vulnerable, they were so much needy, they were so much respectful and innocent, they will carry the same kind of spirit, the same kind of quality when they are at a stage where they are opposite to that which they came in with. Very few that I have seen from my environment will do that. And so I think that is a quality problem, it's a character problem, it's an exposure problem. When you have to relate with people just because they are in a position to help you. So you put up a certain stature, you put up a certain demeanor, you put up a certain status because you need help from people. And when that help is hard, when you have moved from that state where you don't need those people again, now you show your physical, or you show a typical character that you have. I think that you are not going to do that much in this life, and you are going to run away from your own shadows if you don't develop or if you don't up your quality. Because the quality for me is being able to present as much as the reality. If you're vulnerable, you just present the kind of person that you are. If you're respectful, you present it. If you're not respectful, you present it. If you're honest, you present it. If you're not honest, you present it. You don't just approach somebody in a state where they can give you job, where the person talks something, the person even will ask you your opinion on something, and you may not even be able to say something. And now that you have entered the job place, you have had some couple of months with them, and maybe you have had some pocket money, maybe you've been able to buy a car, build a house. The same people who opened door for you, who gave you opportunities, now that you think that you have reached somewhere, because the thing is that a lot of people give a lot of attach success to cars, to houses, to the things that people perceive as success. So if they perceive you as somebody that you have what they did not have, or what they do not have, at that point they are much respectful. They are much they koto. But when they get that which they thought you had, and it meant that you were prosperous. Now, if the same people have the same thing that you have, they switch. Why they switch is that nobody told them that is a quality break. So there are a lot of people who have had all these kind of experiences where they gave this job to this, let's say, a subcontractor. He was working with you. The time that he was trying to get the project, he was virtually on the ground for you. Boss, when should I come? Please, I'm just calling to say good morning. By the grace of God. Those kind of religious terms that they use. The same person, when you have given them that job and they have had access, most of them, 90% I would dare say, because of the quality that is coming from the culture, the quality that they have given themselves. When they have access now, They trivialize those opportunities, the time. They easily forget when they were that much respectful. I don't think that you should be subservient. I don't think that you should you should pretend. You should bow down for people. I don't think so. I think that all humans are humans. All human beings are human beings. I think that there's something about respect. You respect people because you respect yourself. But what I don't think should happen is that you should just place facade. You present a falsehood because you need favor from somebody. If you're going to build businesses, if you're going to build great success, if you're going to achieve your dreams, you would have to have some level of quality, some level of authenticity, some level of quality, of substance. That when you are there, after 10 years, after 5 years, after 2 years, that which you came in with, the status that you came in when you were vulnerable, when you needed help, that person opened the door for you. That person gave you that introduction. That person gave you that business. That person gave you that job. After 2 years, you should just have grown in character, in understanding, in honesty, in your expertise. They should not doubt you and say that this man, I gave you an opportunity. And now when I say something, that person is even insulting me. And I have had a lot of those kind of experiences. Maybe it's my weakness. Maybe I'm not intelligent. Maybe I'm not wise. It's okay. I keep learning. But I prefer to come to any relationship, to come to any business as I am. And so if you see me as combative, it will come from the beginning. So that you see me as this guy is combative. If I'm going to be dishonest with you, I will come in from the beginning. I'm going to be dishonest with you. If I'm going to be honest with you, you are going to see that this guy is honest from day one. I'm going to tell you that which is in my mind. I'm not going to present a situation to you because I need some kind of favor. And for me, most of these people who end up showing their true character is because the substance within is weak. And most of them, that's all that they have ever known. That's all that they have ever known. They have known pretense. They have known, bowing to receive favor. They have known being a servant to get money. And so when they get to a stage that they think that they don't need that kind of thing again, they have that material need met again, and they don't need that person again. Sometimes, even a call from those people, a call from people that they couldn't wait to pick a call from, sometimes they will never even pick the calls. We have had situations there where we have employed people who just we thought needed help. And at the point of them leaving, the same people could not ever remember that you ever did something good for them. The same people were that much respectful, kind. We thought they were authentic. We thought they were that close to being original. And then when they don't need you, you're nothing to them. My problem is not the disrespectfulness. It doesn't mean anything. Nobody can disrespect you so much. It's only your interpretation to the reactions of people. But my concern is you tricking yourself, fooling yourself that you can just carry that kind of substance to people, to any situation, and think that you end up becoming somebody prominent or somebody quality or somebody who is able to build something that will endure. There's no need. If you're going to look for contract from anybody, go as clear as you can. Let people know who you are. If you're going to build a business, if you're going to go for loan, for credit, just present yourself as you are. If you are able to pay, just present it as you are. If you're not able to pay, let them know. Let them know. I think that the more you can present your persona as people see you as you are. If you are crazy, let them see you are crazy. If you're kind, let them see you are kind. If you're dishonest, let them see that. Present yourself, let people know who you are. And for me, that is the point where you start to grow as a person of quality. So up your quality. Don't depend on all these things that people present. especially those in politics. You know, when they need favor from somebody, they will chase people. They will chase people. They will chase people. Some of the people who are looking for MP positions, they will go to every house. They will come and beg you. They will tell you, I present myself as a humble servant. The moment they get that position, when you meet them, they don't even remember your name. The same person that you were rolling with, the same person that you was your friend. Now you call him, you have to introduce yourself. It's just a proof of quality. Low grade. If you up your quality, you never let any situation, any material gain, any position change you. You present yourself as you are. Yes, there will be some demand on your time, but people that you had time for, people that you respected before that position, before that privilege, when you have privilege, you will not act as if you never knew them. Up your game. Same with business. There are a lot of people that you're looking for contract, you're looking for a project, you're looking for something to do with. Don't go assuming that you are better off than everybody who you think you are going to get a project. The other time we had to call off a project that we were trying to do with this guy. Why? Because of the way he was talking and his assumptions. When somebody else comes to you and he wants to do business with you, and he shows no respect to that which you have achieved and done, and that person trivializes all your efforts, don't do business with that person. It's a character break. It's a quality challenge. Because if you ever meet, if you meet somebody and you want to do a business with, you want to get a contract from, don't overlook that which they have done. Don't. Nobody is looking for praise from people. But at least you should see the efforts that people have made and you should recognize them. There are a lot of our young men and women, especially those in the technology field. They go to any company that they get access to, and they go there and they talk like they know everything and the owner knows nothing. The guy who has started the business knows nothing. He has done all this for all these years and he knows nothing. And you come in to build a website or a program for them, you know everything. Or sometimes those accountants or management consultants, they go to all these entrepreneurs, people who are trying to do something out of nothing. They don't know much, but they are trying to do something. And they have been able to build a business that is getting them revenue. Most of these guys who have never built anything, when you call them to come and do something for you, they come in as if they know everything and you know nothing. It's a quality break. It's a quality break. And sometimes when they are talking to you on phone, they are respectful. They are kind. The moment they meet you, a lot of them in our country where they think that age matters. The moment they meet you and they see that, oh, maybe you are just around the same age or maybe they are even older than you, all the respect drops. They start to get offended easily. It's a quality break. It's a quality break. It's a quality break. We have worked with contractors, subcontractors who were kind, who were respectful, up until there was a problem. There was a challenge. There was non-payment. There was pressure. The same person who was that much nice will switch and become so rude, so disrespectful, insult you, inconsiderate. They will say anything. They will even forget about tomorrow. What I've seen is that most people who behave like that, just give them time, just a little time. They'll just turn around and tell you that, oh, I'm sorry and I didn't know what came over me. You don't build life that way. So up your quality. Up your quality. Don't go with age if you are going to up your quality. If you meet people, look at their responsibility, the things that they have taken, look at their delivery, look at their productivity. Relate with people that way. Not age, not sex, in terms of whether they are male or female, not even position. Look at what they are achieving at their level. Up your game. Switch your mind from just having some perceived understanding as who you should respect and who you should not respect. If you're an entrepreneur or if you're looking to build anything with your life, have an open-minded, respect for people, especially no matter what they have achieved. And when you want to partner with them or when you want to get a project or a business from them, don't go there assuming that you are the one to go and teach them everything that they have ever known. Up your quality, up your game. Don't take opportunity that people give to you lightly. If somebody gave you a job when you didn't have anything to do, now that you think that you have something to do, don't trivialize that opportunity that person gave you. Don't fight. People will just easily pick a fight against somebody who ever helped them. And I'm amazed. Why would you help somebody who thought that you didn't have a job? He had a place for you to work. Now, if you think that you don't need that job, what do you want to hate that person who helped you? Even if they have offended you, up your quality. Don't fight such people. You always remember that there was a time that you were vulnerable. There was a time that you needed that person. There was a time that person opened a door for you. There are so many, especially the boys, they don't know anything of that. So especially those who have gone to university, nothing like respect. They don't understand it. They just think that their university is equal to everybody. And woe betide you if you have never gone to those kind of university before. They come in with some certain, I think people call it arrogance, but I think that is just inexperience and lack of exposure. Where you just go anywhere, you don't study the environment, and you just pour your ideas like that, and you start debating and you start to talk anyhow because you think you have gone to some kind of university somewhere. Up your quality. Steady. Respect is capital. Respect opens door for you. If you know how to enter any place and talk, there's a project you can get. There's money you can get. There are privileges that you can get just because you know how to talk to people. So deal with people with the long term in perspective. Don't deal with people thinking that, oh, I don't need him. I just close the door and move on. Life is too short. Every network that you are building, especially those that are good, keep them. Because your life will be a cumulative reflection of all the experiences that you have had, all the relationships that you have had. People who don't know you easily don't open doors for you. So if you're going to live your life, work in every organization and everywhere that you left, nobody could say anything good about you, and you left in anger, you left in disagreement, you left in pain, that is a proof that your life you're going to struggle. There are a lot of people, good people, that you don't just walk off because you think you're hurt or you've been cheated. Okay, so up the game. Even if you've been hurt, up the game. Mature yourself. Handle people with respect. Even the ugly ones, the wicked ones. Handle them. After all, there was a time that they were kind to you. Up your game. People don't know how to behave, especially the young. They don't know how to behave under pressure or under disagreement. You work with somebody, there's disagreement, then you're insulting. You're just talking anyhow. You don't get anything. There was a time that I remember this guy was building something for us, and it came to a point that we could not pay him. And the kind of letter, the kind of test, the kind of things that this guy would send me, I just didn't mind him. I just told him that you're just a child. You don't know life. To get to a point that you know that what you know is little. It takes a lot of effort for anybody to build something. So when you work with a company that somebody has built, take it as yours. Respect them. And even if you think that they are cheating you and they don't have your best interest at heart, so long as you are there, give the best of yourself. Because that time that you're spending working with that business, with that company, you'll never have it back. Don't work anywhere that you think you're wasting your time. Then move on, and move on in dignity, than staying in a place that you're working and being disrespectful, being absent-minded, and just behaving anyhow. If you do that, it means that your quality is that low, and it also means that you are not going to achieve that much in this life. So prioritize beyond the money. Sometimes what you're getting from where you're working, sometimes the contract that you're doing, the business that you're doing, sometimes what you are getting is beyond the money. Sometimes you are just building some capacity for a future project or a future career. Or sometimes you are building something today that you will use tomorrow. Up yourself, up your quality. Live beyond the false humility. Don't put up a facade. Don't just be respectful in presence of the boss, in the presence of the leader. And when you are not there, you are talking behind them, you are slashing them, you are annihilating them. It's a bad quality of spirit. It means that you're a baby, you're a child. You should be able to present a case where you know whether it's in your face, or whether the person is present or the person is not present. You'll be able to say that what you say. Up your quality, because life, those who are able to endure life and achieve something, especially business people, are people who have some kind of authentic nature or authentic tendencies. Those who are able to confront issues as they are. If you don't have courage, you can take risk. And people who are like that, who are shady, the proof, when you are shady and when you are fake, it just shows that you don't have courage. You don't have courage. You are not of yourself. You have not defined yourself. So up your game. Live beyond the false pretense. You pretend in presence of people. Respect, even if when you are right. There are people who forget to respect people when they are right. For if somebody lies on you in a business deal, or in an employment, in any organization, even when you are found out to be right, still present a humble position. You don't have to just. There was a time that there was this young man that I gave an opportunity to work with, and we went through a lot of troubles with our finances. This was a guy who just virtually begged to work with us, and they were not even pulling their weight. Through those stages that you are learning how to manage people, lead people, build a business. And this guy got to a point where he thought that he had an opportunity somewhere. So everything that we did for him meant nothing to these guys. And it's not one, there are a lot of them. And sometimes I wonder, what kind of quality have we put in our people? What kind of quality have we put in our people? So said that they don't even respect themselves so much that they forget that somebody else has ever done something for them. If you're going to achieve something and have stamina and have capacity to keep going, build your quality. Build your quality. And building quality means that you present it as it is. If you're a good person, let people know that you're a good person. If you're a bad person, don't hide it. Let's go. Go to the place showing people that you are not honest. You're a liar. So that people will not just take you as being A when you are B innerly. So treat people that you don't even need well. Not even if you think that boss, you don't need him anymore, and you want to go to the next stage. If you think that project, you don't need them anymore, still show them respect. Because the respect that you're showing is just a reflection of who you are. It's not so much of who the person is. It's just that you stand for that quality. That no matter what people have done, this is how I'm going to present myself and present to them. So have your own defined values. Build yourself as a full human being, and have things that you stand for. And one of the things that you want to stand for is that I present myself as it is. And if anything, I present the least. The best you can get is when you have stayed with me for a while, you will see the best of me. You will see the best of me. Define that. Build that. There is nothing like that. Because you are also going to demand that from somebody. If you're able to build a business, or you're able to get into any position, you would want people who come close to you. You would want them to present their rare character so that you can get the right information and make the right decisions. So up your quality. Live beyond the false pretense. Where they said, oh, Ghanaian hospitality, Ghanaians are humble. Ghanaians are only humble when they need something from you. When they think that they need something from you, when they need a favor from you, that's why you think that they are humble. When they are in a position that they don't need you, all right? You look at, sometimes they say that somebody is humble. I don't think that if you're respectful to the person who you need, I don't see it as somebody. I want to see your respectfulness to the other guy that is under you. The maid, the security, the guy who responds to you. The respect that we give to them shows your humility. And so when people come to a stage where they don't need the place that they work with, they don't need that boss that they work with before. That's where you see their rare character. That's where you see their rare quality. But for me, your rare character is independent of any situation. It's just as you. So when you show up, that's the kind of values that you present. It has nothing to do with whoever insulted you, whoever lied to you, whoever cheated you. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the kind of quality that you have built yourself. So when you show up anywhere, this is what people get. You're honest or you're dishonest. You're credible or you're not credible. You're humble or you're not humble. You're kind or you're not kind. That quality that you have built over a while, that's what you present. So for me now, I just look at how people behave when they don't need you. It's not so much when they need you. When they don't need you, that's a typical presentation of who they really are. And most people, when you present that thing that they respect as success, as privilege, they attach a lot of respect to it. So for instance, if somebody respects somebody who has a Land Cruiser, and you jump out of Land Cruiser, they respect you. When you say something, they will not say anything. When somebody respects a big house and they come to see your house, they so much respect you. When somebody respects a political position, for instance, when anybody is in political position, the moment that same person is out of that position, when you talk, they insult you, they talk back to you. And when they talk back to you, it's not because you have moved the position, you have been moved out of the position. It's so much because of the quality that they built. So I'm talking about a pure quality. Live beyond the false. Sometimes it's false humility, and sometimes even culturally induced. So people's tendency, the way people behave, that we naively take as humility, usually is not humility at all. It's not humility at all. So if anybody works with you, if anybody gives you employment, show respect. The time that you come in and the time you're going in, you should be of quality, better quality, the time you're leaving than the time you came in. And there's no need to take offense when somebody gives you an opportunity. If you're growing up, somebody helped you to stay. Some people get so much offended and pained, against people who helped them when they were nothing. And it's amazing. Somebody, your auntie, you stay with your auntie, or you stay with your grandfather, or you stay with maybe somebody who just you didn't know, open door for you, even if they offended you. Now that you're mature, can't you see anything good as to what they did? They may have done 30%, 50%, 70% wrong, but at least it was not 100%. So can you look at just the 10% that they did for you and appreciate that, than just trashing everything, trivializing everything? Some people is their parents. They are at a stage where they only remember the few bad things that the parents did to them. There's no point to do that. No point. Live life, knowing that if somebody does anything for you, appreciate them eternally. Because you would want the same thing for yourself. It's the same thing. If somebody else introduces you to something and that then benefits you, don't trivialize it. It's so much difficult for a lot of people to be so much authentic as to who helped them. They don't go anywhere to say that because they think that if they say that, it means that they are weak. No. If you appreciate somebody who helped you along the way, it means that you're a strong person. Don't trivialize the favors that people gave you when you were growing up, when you knew nothing. If somebody taught you something, if somebody held your hand, if somebody paid your school fees, if somebody fed you, if somebody gave you a place to sleep, if somebody gave you clothes, if somebody gave you a job, if somebody helped you to get something, never trivialize those things. Never. Even if they meant it not for you but for themselves, they still gave you an opportunity. They opened something for you that helped you along the way. Don't trivialize that. There are a lot of boys, there are a lot of young men in our country who are so much of low quality. It's so much dangerous that when you help them, they only say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir because they need you. The moment they get to a place that they don't need you, and that's it. And for me, I don't need anybody to say, I don't need that. I don't need that from anybody. But what I am presenting is that if you're of quality, those things will just come out of you without any effort. That you see people who contributed to where you are and be appreciative. And you don't even need them to come to you. You go there. If there was a friend who helped you somewhere, now that you think you're somewhere, would you look back and help them as well? Or buy something for them, or give them money, or give them opportunity? And there are a lot of people who in their ladder, in them going up in this life, they close every chapter, every phase. They act, they live a lie. They forget the contributions that people have made. That's a painful life. That's a pretentious life. That's a weak life. That's low grade life. That's low quality life. People who are of substance, people who are of quality, remember those who helped them somewhere. So when you have an opportunity to work in an organization, present the original you. And if you happen to be leaving that company, don't leave being angry with them. This is a company that you felt so much happy when they gave you the employment letter. Now that you have worked with them for 2 months, 3 months, now you think that you're wiser than them. And you think that you have come to see everything that they don't know to do. And so they mean nothing to you. You don't need that. They just reflect your quality. If you're a quality person, you're not rude. You're not arrogant. You're humble. And you're respectful. If you're a quality person and you appreciate what helped you, if you're a quality person, and that's why you raise your quality, and you acknowledge that which people have done. So the other time we just had to call that guy off. We told him that no, we have to have time to develop that thing, and we'll get back to you. Why? Because of his approach, the way he was talking. As if whatever we had done was nothing, and that is no good. That's no good. So when you're looking for a project, when you're looking for a business, when you're looking for a contract, don't go there full of yourself. If you're full of yourself, you're really simple-minded. It means that you're not intelligent. And that means that when there's a disagreement, your foolishness will show up quickly than your wisdom. So when you're able to identify which people have contributed, which people have done, you'll be able to at least appreciate. You'll be able to put a lot of things in perspective when there's a problem. So when you are even looking for a project to give to somebody, look for people with these kind of qualities, because almost all the time, any project, any business, there will be troubles, and people who have these characteristics: respectful, they are kind, they are patient, they are thoughtful, they appreciate what you have done for them. Those kind of people you can have long-term relationship with in your business. The other people who have no respect for nobody, they don't care. They will be the one who will seize the project. They will be the one who will lock the project site. They will be the one who will tell everybody how bad you are, because they have low quality. We have had people who have worked with us who have gone to the site and made a lot of noise because we owe them something. And these are people who are begging to be part of a project. So whenever somebody gives you something, if you are unhappy, don't stay there. Move on, but don't destroy it before you leave. Don't destroy the relationship. Don't destroy the business. Don't destroy the project. Don't destroy things before you leave. If you destroy things before you leave, where you're going, whatever you help them to build, you will destroy them. So it will get to a point you have nothing behind you. You have nothing to show that you ever lived, because you're a destroyer. You destroy things. You have low quality. You have not developed yourself. You have not developed long-term perspective. So my name is Obinda Ako. I'm talking about up your quality. Up your quality. Go beyond the false pretense, go beyond the false humility and the rudeness, especially when you are in disagreement with somebody, or when there is a situation when there is pressure, when they have not paid your salary for 3 months and you disagree with them. Don't be that much disrespectful, because the same person that you are talking to, you think is down today, the same person helped you the other day. And people are so much naive as to what it takes to build something. So when people work with organizations, they think that they can also do it. Nobody is doubting that you can do it. But if you don't know what it will take for you to do what they have done, it's a proof that you can do it. It means you're naive. If somebody else is paying your salary, show them some kind of respect. And sometimes people say that they have, I'm working for somebody. You're working for somebody. Sometimes people can build a business. 5 years, they have not been paid. They have not paid themselves. 5 years, they have no clue what is going on. And yet they'll be struggling to be paying your salary. Never trivialize whoever helps you with monthly salary, because it takes a long time for you to build a business that can employ somebody. And that's why many people never do it. That's why a lot of our successes in Africa are welfare successes. Welfare successes means that people work, people get money in a position that they didn't work for. So people enter into politics, people start all kind of non-government organizations. They get free access to money. There's no productivity that followed the money. That's why our economies are still struggling. Why? Because the activities that must generate money are very few. Authentic activities that must generate money, because out of business, out of commerce, where people are solving typical rare problems that are paid for, because those things are the ones that create employment. The kind of free market thing that we have, people who create rare businesses, when they solve problems, rare problems, they get paid. So there are a lot of people who say that they have money, but they have not solved typical problems to be paid. And so you see people with money, but there's no proof of the economic or the employment that been created out of that. So it's welfare success that we see all around, and that's why, that's why when they are talking about the successful people, you all see them, it's all welfare kind of success that we have created for ourselves. So up your quality, up your quality. If you're a young man, up your authentic. Be true to your character. If you say yes, it's yes. If you say that you're working with that organization, you're working with that organization. Don't be working anywhere and be doing something beneath it to destroy the company. You're working with a construction company and you're also doing something else somewhere that is in competition with where you're working. You're working with a retail shop and you also are stealing somewhere and doing something. You are low quality. You don't become successful that way. Present the more quality you are, the better your life is, the more enjoyable your life is, the more successful, the more fulfilling your life is. So you are somewhere and you just cutting corners and it's all rampant, it's everywhere. Everybody is trying to cut corners somewhere. It's low quality. Present the original you. Be present. If you want to start a business, start a business. If you want to be employed in an organization, be there and make sure that you are working there for the company to become successful. Don't be there halfway and be doing something somewhere, and thinking that you are smart. You're not smart. You're of low quality. And eventually, after 5, 10 years, you will see that you have not built anything. You have deceived yourself. If you apply quality, give yourself 5 years, 10 years, it will show. It will show. And so if you're going to build business, anybody that you're going to deal with, if anybody gives you a project, present your quality. Don't shoot the invoices and all those that we try to do. They don't mean anything. If you want success, just be patient and keep going. And correct, if the fact that you started something like that does not mean you have to continue to do it. It comes to a point you have to tell yourself that, listen, I want to do the right thing. Because until you start to do the right thing, you're not learning the right lessons that will help you to build that which you want. And then no matter which person that you think is successful, who is doing all kind of things, leave them. Focus on yours. Because you don't know their end. You don't know their end. So build your quality. Build it. Don't present falsehood to people. Don't present an image that there was a girl that we employed the other time. She talked a lot. After 1 month, she quit without even telling us. And the next minute you see a text insulting you. Low quality. And usually they think that they don't need you. But you are going to need another human being. And I don't blame myself for people behave that way, because if somebody is 25 years, 30 years, and they came to work with you for 1 week, you're not the one responsible for their character. It's not you. You probably may have given them training, but if they didn't stay for that long, even if somebody has stayed with you for years, 3 years, 4 years, does not even mean that you're responsible for the way they behave, because a lot of them were mature. They had formed a lot of character before they came in. So the training that you are giving to them, they will help, they will improve, but it will take a while. So you are responsible for your decisions and your choices. Up your game. If you work anywhere, be the kind of person that you would be happy to work with. Be authentic, be respectful. Just as you went in when you were begging them for the job. Now that you are there, don't be the one gossiping everywhere, lying and looking for all the bad things in the company. Which company does not have any bad issue? Everybody, because it's a human institution. There will be a lot of errors that you will see. But focus on the positivity there. Focus on you making a contribution. Don't look at that which is not working well. So don't take the opportunity that people give to you for granted. Not lightly. Treasure them. Treasure them, because in this life, not many people get opportunity There are a lot of, don't forget that job that you didn't want and you were talking, that job that you cried and you had. Now that now you think that you don't want it and you're talking about the same job, but there are 1,001 people looking for the same place. You don't know. You don't know. So up your quality. Never live in any place. Never leave any place. Never leave any business, any opportunity, especially if they are good people, by disrespecting and denigrating them and talking badly about them, and sometimes cheating and lying and trying to take their data somewhere. It doesn't worth it. There are people who have worked with organizations who helped them, and when they were going, they destroy everything. The thing is that it's following you. It's not following the other person. It shows the kind of quality that you are. And you are thinking that you become successful, not with that kind of character. It doesn't happen like that. Life is not like that. It will chase you and it will destroy you. And so when you are living in a place, when you work with somebody, don't live as if you are the one living yourself. Don't destroy them. And don't be happy that somebody else is going down. No. If you're happy that another person is going down, you probably are going down yourself. It means that you don't have quality. You don't have quality. You don't have quality. And most people, when it's under pressure, that's where they insult. That's where you see their real character. And most of the people who ever quit on us, they quitted, when there was pressure. Because most of these boys moving around in GH, they have no ability to withstand pressure. Most of these boys, I forget, they don't like any inconvenience at all. They don't like. That's why they're all looking for jobs. That's why they can't start a business, because they don't like pressure at all. And yet, when somebody takes the pressure to build something, they come there, they want to disrespect that effort. They want to disrespect that effort. You don't need it. Up your quality. Be sincere what you can do and what you cannot do. If you cannot start a business and if you can do a business, no problem. But be sincere and be appreciative of the person who is taking that much pressure to build something that you are working there. Don't destroy it and go around, talking badly about that which somebody else has given you, even if it's not enough. So up your game, up your spirit, be quality person. Be quality, just be quality. If there are mistakes, own up to them. If there's a problem, own up. Say that, yes, I made this mistake, I'm not going to make it again, I'm very sorry. Up your game. Up your game. They put you in charge as an engineer of a project, and you go beneath it. You steal the material, you steal money from the company. Who are you deceiving? You're deceiving yourself. No matter where you go, those things continue to follow you, and you will not know why you are not going for it. You're not going for it because for you to go for it authentically, for you to go for it and achieve anything, you need some level of quality, and that quality must be high. So when they put something, you put you in charge of anything, and you start to dig, under, and you cheat and you lie, there's no need. The other day, the Auditor General in our country was saying that he's amazed of the dishonesty level of our so-called elites. And I'm like, oh, why should you be? Because nobody put that in them. They put chemistry, physics, maths, geography, medicine. They did not tell them that without the other side, all these are nothing. So when you are working somewhere, up your quality, up your character, show respect, just as you came in. And when you're going, no problem, go with that kind of respect. And be appreciative of what people do for you. Be grateful. People who enjoy life to their optimum are people who are grateful people. People who are appreciative of what people have done for them. People who have their own values of kindness, of honesty, of respectfulness, of endurance, of hard work. People who have developed their own values like that are people who have upped their quality. If you don't up your quality is responsible for the results that you're going to get in your life. Your quality is responsible for that. So if you play it down, it's your own choice. As a matter of fact, if the moment you start to work on it, you see that things will improve in your life. There is a lot of disagreement that you will just drop them because you start to see what people have done to help you. So have long-term perspective when it comes to relationship, especially with people who have helped you. Don't just walk off on people like that, thinking that you're better. Even no matter what position that you get, it doesn't matter. keep that long-term perspective. If there was an uncle who help you somewhere, if there's a grandmother, an auntie who help you somewhere, don't just walk off on them because you think now you're a professor or you're a doctor or you're a lawyer or you're a engineer or a business person or something. No, always look back and look for those who help you and thank them. It's a sign of quality. And if you exhibit that, no matter where you go, you are present with that kind of character. You are present with that kind of character. And treat people well. Even if you don't need them, treat them well. Treat them as you would want somebody to treat you. Because these are the things that will help you to build your goals. If you want to build a business, these things will help you. You know, some people want to start a business and they steal the idea from where they were working. You don't need to steal somebody's idea. You don't need to go and work anywhere and steal the idea and go and start your own. You don't need it because that person didn't go anywhere to steal any idea. It just came. They were just trying to do something and that idea came. If you have to go somewhere and steal somebody's idea to go and start your business, you're a failure. You're a failure. You cannot think on yourself and you cannot build up from there. I had somebody came to work with and the person stole the idea. What are you stealing? So why were you hiding it from that man? Then tell the person I'm interested in going to start this business, and so teach me. Than trying to hijack the person's employee, the person's market, the person's suppliers, the person's product. You know, and there are a lot of people like that. They introduce you to somebody who can give contract, the next minute you go behind them and take it. You're of low quality. There's no humility in you. And you think that you're building your future. You're not building your future. You're destroying it. Destroying it. Build gradually. Build with ethics. Build with kindness. Build with honesty. You know, build. And if somebody even hurts you, and when you feel press, when you feel pain, don't forget yourself. When you're seriously under pressure and you think that your life is even in jeopardy, don't forget yourself. Don't just insult people. Don't just insult people. There was a time that these guys were working with us on a project and we could not pay them on time. And these guys were insulting us. I remember we went there, the guy was talking anyhow. And he even said that, why? Were we not eating before we met you? I said, yes, you were eating before you met us. So when we paid him, he quit. Now, after some months, we had another project and I went to the site and the engineer had taken this guy. I asked him, why are you here? And he said that, oh, director, I came to work. I said, no, pack your things and go. You're not the kind of person that we can work with. Your quality is not there. You're dangerous. You can kill, you can destroy. So up your quality. Up your quality. If there is pressure and you're part of something, that's not a point to become selfish. If there's a problem in that organization, that's not a point for you to become self-focused and think only of yourself. That's not a point for you to go and join the other people to destroy the organization. That's not the point. A lot of people do that. It's because they were not equipped, they were not trained. So they think that they are smart. You're not smart. After 5 years, you see that your life is stagnated. There are people who people helped with money. And they act as if that they will never, they act as if that's it. That's the end. They will never pay. Never. There's one thing to have a problem, and there's another thing to have the genuineness of heart to say that I will do this and pay it back. You're not smart when you just take people for granted. Does not mean you're smart. It just means it only means that you are the person who they didn't have to trust. Your quality was not there, so they trusted the wrong one. If your quality is not there, forget it. Your life will just reflect the quality that you are. Your life will just reflect the quality that you are. Because after a while, you cannot run away from it. It will catch up with you. And so up your quality. Up your quality. Up your quality. Be honest. Don't force. Don't present yourself as somebody that people cannot trust. People should not be shocked with your behavior. They should, even if it's a bad one, they should know that you are. This is how you are. You can do it. Present yourself that way. They give you money to go and work, and you take part. It's not needed. It's not important. That is not how you're going to get rich anyway. The money that you have stolen is not going to make you rich. It's just going to complicate your life. The one that you made, if you up your financial intelligence, if you up your financial skill, that one you can grow into success. Not the one you stole. Not the one you stole. And you call it business. That's not business. You cheated somebody. You don't need to. So present the way you are. Present the way you are. Up your quality, up your game. Become better. Let some people trust you that you're a good person. And from there, give yourself some time. Just give effort wherever you are. Be present and work. And give yourself some time. You see progress. You see success. So thank you very much for watching.